Here we have our first... Wait. There we go. I wasn't really on my mark there. But yeah, just, it's just an interesting little thing that you can... that the Estus flasks are light. It's not water, it's not vinegar, it's not wine. Hey, this is a this is a fantasy game where you drink fire. Why wouldn't you drink vinegar? Why could like it could as well have been vinegar, right? Like why not? Like for all we know, but they chose light because that's much appropriate fucking symbolic thing to be using as a reinvigorating kind of restore HP kind of thingy liquid. Yeah. Wield right weapon two-handed by pressing Y. Now what I love about this is if we go in our character screen, if we look to the right, we see in the panels we see a little column, bar, I suppose, which says right weapon 161. That's how much damage, how high our damage output is in our right weapon number 1, slot 1. But that was two-handed. Now if we look at it one-handed, it's 60. Now I suppose this is because it's a dex weapon. Don't quote me on this, but I'm not sure how this works. But I believe that dex weapons, they kind of maintain the same kind of damage output whether you're two-handing the weapon or not. Whilst strength weapons, they kind of cap off at 26 strength, 28. That's when you get to 26 strength, something like that. That's when the damage output two-handed is at the maximum. Then you can continue to increase it to increase the damage done in one hand. Now, if I'm not mistaken, when it comes to dexterity, the damage is kind of equivalent all the way up to 40. So that's the kind of what's the word? What's a good word for this? That's kind of the main reason, or the main difference between the two parameters, dexterity and strength. Whereas the strength is kind of, you can hit that maximum damage output much sooner, much quicker. Whilst dexterity, you need to put in a lot more points. Not a lot more, but hey, 14, 16 more points. That's not a little. To get the same damage output as a strength weapon, and you're still not getting the same. But you know what I mean. Everything depends on the weapon, how much you've upgraded it, etc., etc. Let's check this out. So if we, this is, I don't know. You see, I fucked it up. I don't know if I really like how they implemented the kick and the jump attack, because I don't know. I still to this day fuck it up. It's hard to do. My friend actually rage quit. He got to the Undead Burg, but then he had to, start kicking the spear wielding dudes. You see, I fucked it up. He got to the spear wielding dudes, and he just gave up. And I understand. I mean, he didn't give up. He was playing for quite a while, and it was time for a break. But yeah, I understand. I mean, doing the kick and the jump attack is a bit. Yeah, it could be hard to learn. Resting at bonfires revives enemies. From a lore standpoint, it makes kind of sense, doesn't it? Like, if fire... Well, it doesn't. Obviously, it doesn't. But, it's a game mechanic, and I guess you could... I mean, obviously, it's a game mechanic that's... it's perfect game design, because it basically means that you can farm a guy and just... or farm a batch of units as much as you want, and you can just... use those souls to upgrade yourselves and level up, and upgrade your weapons. In case you're having trouble with the specific area you're in. It's just great design, it really is. Whoa, wait, I passed this one. Use catalyst to prepare with sorcery. Oh shit, a catalyst. I prefer to have it in my left hand. Yes, we'll be doing that soon. Critical hit if you attack somebody while behind him. If you left trigger, you can repel an enemy attack, i.e. parry his attack. After parrying, you can execute a riposte. Excuse my pronunciation. I mean, riposte. I'm gonna call it riposte. I'm gonna touch this blood sign because I have to. I always do. He's wielding an axe. That would be the bandit or the fucking pyromancer. Remember that item we saw which led up to some door, which was kind of the hint that we were supposed to go up? It's locked. I suppose this is another indication that we're supposed to come back here later, but I don't know. That's flimsy, man. Like at my first playthrough, like I knew that you could come back here because I had watched other people play the game. Most notably EMB, Epic Name Bro on YouTube. He's fucking amazing. If you somehow found my video but don't know who he is, I swear to God, the Earth's gonna implode any second now because that's just fucking unbelievable. Right, this message said, so yeah, watching his videos, I mean, I just knew a lot about the game before I played it, and that kind of sucked because I missed out on the core element, on one of the core elements of this game, and that is the whole exploration. But not only that, but the tension while exploring, that you can die, and when you die you lose your souls and you have to go back and get them, you know, that whole thing. But now that I had kind of watched him play it and I knew how to parry and I knew all the kind of, I don't know, like I kind of, yeah, I kind of regret, but no, I don't regret because I didn't. Dark Souls wasn't out for PC, and I don't have a PlayStation 3, or fuck, I'd play Demon's Souls and Dark Souls until my fucking eyes would just plop out of my skull. But yeah, I didn't have a PlayStation 3. That sucked. So I just, you know, vicariously watched other people play the game and just kind of imagined myself playing it. So when Dark Souls finally came out for PC, I was like, yay! Finally. But then I already knew everything. But hey, Dark Souls 2 is gonna come out for PC immediately, and man, I bought an Xbox controller just for this game. I shit you fucking not. That's how much I've been, you know, I've just been so excited to play the Soul game for so long, and finally, I don't regret buying a controller at all. I fucking love using the controller. Jesus. Unlike Casey Hudson, who, you know, in some interview he was like, you know, we didn't want to have a last boss in Mass Effect 3 because it felt very gamey and you know, something. And I was like, bro, I'm playing with a controller right now, and that's exactly why I love playing with the controller, because it feels so gamey. It feels like I'm playing a game. There's nothing wrong with a game being a game. I'm sorry, I'm still talking about this. That soap sign said that if we attack while plunging, we can execute a plunging attack, and this is what that looks like. God damn, I was standing there for so long. I'm so sorry, but I'm just so excited to talk about this shit. Obviously, you're not supposed to. Oh right, I'm playing as a fucking sorcerer. Fine. You're not supposed to parry this dude. You're supposed to. Will he hit me? No, he won't. Damn, sorcery is pretty good. Holy shit! Oh my god, was that a counter hit? I've never played as a sorcerer. I have a couple of like, all right, that's bullshit, because I mean I have invested a lot of points in the intelligence parameter because I've wanted to get the buff things, you know. In hindsight, was a bit, yeah, you know, it's not, you know, again, I watched, you know, other people play the game, and I was like, aha, okay, well that's a good thing to kind of have, you know, to kind of increase my damage output. I really wanted to use the katanas for my first playthrough, so I was kind of, you know, going online and kind of checking, you know, seeing if there was any kind of good build that I could kind of mimic and employ in my own build. Go to right, we can find Snuggly the Crow, which was apparently a nickname given by some playtester. Awesome, awesome. Jesus, look at this hollowed out fucking face. Ugh. That's the only reason why I revive myself. Unfortunately, if you do, you become a target for invasions.
In the ancient legends, it is stated,
Oh my god, I'm so thin. I'm so fucking thin.
one day an undead shall be chosen.
James the Donna.
To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
I wonder if that voice is Elizabeth from, you know, the mushroom in the past, when you go back in the past, in Ulasil. Now, what the fuck is up with that pronunciation? A lot of people say that it's not pronounced Ulasil, but if you talk to Dusk, she specifically says, "Hello, I'm Dusk of Ulasil." So, I mean, she flat out says, "Ah, the sword is a bit..." Did you see that? The sword wasn't really... It's an interesting bug. The sword... No, blah. So yeah, she flat out, you know, tells the player how it's pronounced. I don't understand. Some people are saying like Ulasil or like Ulasilin or what. I don't know what the fuck people say. It's just insane. Here we have the crestfallen warrior. I'm not gonna talk to him. I know what it's gonna say, and I mean, I suppose, you know, if we're gonna go bit by bit and, you know, talk about the design of the game, but I mean, I'm just fucking playing. Thank you for the gesture, soap sign. It really bugs me that they didn't include the elite armor in the game. I don't know. I mean, I think it looks pretty fucking cool. I mean, why wouldn't you include it? This little kind of, you know, hidden place is just next to what's his name? What's his name? Petrus. It's just next to Petrus. So I suppose this place was supposed to be like a little nod that Petrus... Well, I mean, that this is Petrus' kind of stash. This is his stash. Which is obviously... You know, it makes sense because he sells miracles if you talk to him. And here it says, you know, equip talismans to cast miracles, attune miracles from a scroll at bonfire. Most miracles have a limited number of uses. Apparently they're going to change that for Dark Souls 2 and you're going to use up your stamina for sorcerers and shit like that. I hope it doesn't become a little too overpowered. It sounds overpowered as shit.